Hello everyone and welcome back to another Chair Chat. In today's episode we will be discussing Twitch payouts being leaked, Newcastle United being purchased by a billionaire, and my gaming channel reaching 1,000 subscribers. All of that plus my recommendation for the week, and I answer some of your questions. So the last week or so has been very interesting if you're a Twitch viewer, and especially if you're a Twitch streamer. There was a data breach that, got loads of information from the back end of Twitch, including the revenue earned from the last 2 years from some of the biggest streamers. And we're talking proper in-depth details of how much these people earn. It's also worth mentioning that if you are a Twitch user, please head over to Twitch, change your password and turn on two-step authentication as well, because the likelihood is your password was also leaked in this breach. So stay safe out there. It's no surprise that Ayres did not feature on the top earners list, but there were some very notable names on there. Now, I'm not in this video going to leak out how much certain people earn on Twitch in the last 2 years. That's not my style, but it's safe to say the figures were figures that you could live off, let's put it that way. Now, this leak can be looked at in two ways. Number one, there's a lot of money to be made on Twitch, so why not give it a go? And number two, this list showed how much people earn over 2 years. Now, these people were the top earners on the platform, and some of these figures across 2 years went down into the single thousands at points. Now, I saw a video that explained that this list of people is a very small fraction of the total channels that go live on a daily basis on Twitch. Therefore, I believe this statistic is correct, that less than 1% of Twitch streamers are actually making above the average annual salary in the US. So please use Twitch and streaming as a hobby. Do not pin all of your hopes on its success. Note to self. The leak itself made me realise it's not all positive when you get to the top of the online chain. Imagine everyone being able to find out exactly how much you made over the last 2 years. That's such a personal thing being seen by millions of people online. And you can only imagine the messages that those creators have received since then. So please show those streamers some respect. I'll openly admit I've been on the website. I've seen how much these people are making, and I even looked up and searched for specific names to see how the streamers I watch are actually doing. But I would never in a million years, and I expect you guys to do the same, I would never use that information to abuse them in their Twitch chats or to send messages to them online on their socials elsewhere, kind of commenting on how much they earn. That's frankly not our business. It's cool to look at these figures, and I enjoyed looking at them and kind of learning more about how Twitch does their revenue, etc., but the be-all and end-all of it is that you don't know these people, and talking to them about their finances is just not okay. I can only imagine how hard it is to be in the spotlight right now. Talking about being bloody loaded, Newcastle United finally got sold to the Saudi Arabia Billionaires. Now, I apologise if you're not a football fan, but this is a lengthy discussion. I'm going to start by talking about the departure. Now, I'm not a Newcastle fan, but I, for one, am over the moon to see Mike Ashley leave this sport for good. The man is an absolute scumbag in everything he does, and he does not deserve to be anywhere near a club as prestigious as Newcastle. All you have to do is look back at lockdown, a time where he tried to risk the lives of his employees by branding Sports Direct as an essential store, forcing to keep them open at the peak of the pandemic. The man is a selfish prick who only cares about lining his back pockets. So thank the world that he is out of the Premier League. Now, I'm not a political man. I know the new owners of the club are very questionable in about the ways they get their money and their financial gains, but I'm going to leave that discussion to people that are far more knowledgeable on the subject than myself. So instead, I'm going to focus on the direction I'd like to see Newcastle take going forward. When I think of Newcastle United, I think of Alan Shearer, Sir Bobby Robson, Gary Speed, Kevin Keegan. Lots of homegrown British legends of the game that made football history, let alone just making it onto the Newcastle Hall of Fame. So I'd like to see a British core in Newcastle going forward to not only help the club itself, but to also help our home nations in gaining more international success in tournaments going forward. I'm now going to pick 3 players that I think Newcastle United should sign in January to start off their rebuild. And I'm assuming that money isn't going to be an issue. Now, I've taken a look at the Newcastle United squad as it is now, and I've created a starting 11 based on the players that I think could still be there after the first stage of this rebuild. My Newcastle knowledge isn't brilliant, I'm not going to lie, so if you think that I've missed a player, please let me know. I'm going to try and put the image on the screen now for you to see alongside my comments. Dubravka or Darlow in goal, I don't think is like an urgent replacement needed. I think they're players that could probably do Newcastle a job at least until the summer. In defence, Lascelles was really the only player that I would deem good enough to be in a top 10 Premier League side. Willock, Longstaff and of course St Maxim are all players that I think could still be part of the midfield at Newcastle come the summer. And finally, the only striker that I think, keeping in mind St Maxim's probably on the wing, that could, carry on playing for Newcastle after this first stage of the rebuild is probably Wilson, because he has proven track record of quality in the Premier League. So that leaves a lot of gaps to fill. So let's pick 3 dream signings that I think Newcastle should pick up. Number 1, the defence clearly needs sorting out. So I think we should find an experienced centre-back to strengthen it. Tarkowski has been an absolute rock at the back for Burnley over the last few seasons, and I think he would be the great first addition. He's a born leader and he's still got many years ahead of him. Now this next player, this transfer must happen. I want this player to get another chance at Premier League success. He's being treated so poorly by his current club, and I believe he would thrive in the Premier League. My midfielder to join the team would be Donny van der Beek. He's struggling to get into the side in the Premier League at United, and I think he's got a lot to give. I think if he was put into that Newcastle midfield, he would really show his potential. Plus, we've seen him crying on the bench lots. Come on, man. Just help the guy out. Finally, a striker. And this one needs to guarantee goals. So I'm going for what was arguably England's best performer at the Euros this summer, Raheem Sterling. Now, this one would be a hard deal to get over the line, considering it's a City player, but I think maybe the money would eventually push them to sell. I think his presence in the dressing room and his experience of playing in the Premier League would make him the perfect candidate to be the player to, build this rebuild around. He'd be the guy to, lead Newcastle United on to being potentially a title-winning side. Now, with these 3 selections made, there's still massive gaps in this team that need filling. So let me know in the comments right now, who would you expect Newcastle United to sign in January? They are the new financial giants of the Premier League. And you can see it now, Jack's not going to shut up about it. Now, moving on to some progress with me, my gaming channel has surpassed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is pretty incredible, really, and I've never, met this goal any quicker than this on any of the channels I've made. And people that know me know that I've made a few YouTube channels in the past. In fact, I think this one might be only the second channel to surpass 1,000. And I'm hoping by the end of the year, this main Ayres channel will also get past that feat. Now, this milestone has been met by basically having a few successful short series, including things in Minecraft such as What's That Block and YouTube Builds a House. Now, in order for the YouTube channel to get monetization, I need to try and make it so that I have 4,000 hours of watch time in total on videos that aren't shorts. Now, if it was based on shorts, I think I'm already there. But what it has to be on videos that aren't based on shorts. So, longer videos that are more like this. A normal YouTube video, basically. Therefore, I'm now starting to post longer videos on series such as Minecraft playthroughs, and also on games like Raft and other games that I want to do in the future. So I guess what I'm really asking for with these comments is for you guys to give me a little bit of help. Head over to that channel, enjoy the series that I've got up there, those longer based videos, give them a watch, get those thousands of hours up, and hopefully make me a little bit of pocket money. But if I'm honest, gaming is my passion. Gaming is the thing that started me on YouTube, and I really hope that you guys will see some decent quality content going forward. I think that I'm about to produce some of the best stuff I've ever produced on YouTube. So head over to the Ayres Games channel. It's definitely the place to be. Now, I can't expect you guys to go and do that for me without an incentive. So what I'll put on the table is this. If the channel receives monetization and I was going to say 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to say 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I will start a FIFA/football channel for the release of what will be FIFA 23. So let's see if we can make that painful experience a reality for me. 5,000 subscribers and monetization, so over 4,000 hours viewed by the end of this year. If I do it, the FIFA/football channel is yours. And for those that have watched me for a long time, back in the Matty's gaming days, they'll know that that content was 1, decent, 2, very painful for me. So I'm putting my body on the line here. My recommendation for this episode is on Disney Plus, actually, and it's a film called Free Guy. Now, I'm sure quite a lot of you have already seen this, but it's a film that went under my radar a little bit, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that haven't given it a watch. And I think it might actually be viewable in more places than just Disney Plus, so this is something that quite a lot of you will be able to give a go. It's a film featuring Ryan Reynolds, who plays the main character Guy, who is an NPC in a video game. Now, the code for this game was stolen from an indie developer who originally had a project that would inevitably end up with the NPCs becoming artificial intelligence. You know, like the non-playable characters would have their own conscience, they'd be able to develop emotions and that sort of thing. This is essentially what happens to the main character Guy. He develops emotions and the whole game changes. If you love video games or you like comedies in general, this film is a must watch. It was a real good pick-me-up for me this week. Now on to your questions. If you want to submit a question to me to answer on Chair Chat, you can do so by going down into the comments now and leaving me a question there, and I'll choose some of them to respond to in the next video. Question number 1. Do I prefer movies or do I prefer documentaries? Now, I actually prefer TV series. That is the real answer to what I prefer to watch. I prefer to watch TV series. However, documentaries or movies. Documentaries have to be about something that I am very passionate about. For example, Sir Alex Ferguson documentary on Amazon was sick. It's the reason I got Amazon Prime. I think it's probably movies. I'd probably go for movies over documentaries, but 100% it would be TV shows over movies. What would be the one thing you would change in the world right now? Oh dear, this is a difficult one. Because, you know, as I've said already in this video, I'm not political. So there's a lot of things that people would change in the world that maybe I'm just completely unaware of because it's something that I decide not to consume as media and as information, because I feel like it's a very negative impact on you, and it's stuff that frankly very few of us can do anything about. So I think I would go for something quite personal to me. I would like to change the way that job applications work. Because it's the bane of my life right now. It's a lot of repetitiveness. It's a lot of creating things for creating things' sake, and frankly, I've had enough of it. I would like that. I like it to be a bit more about people seeking you, people having a job ready to go and being like, I'm going to go and find the person who's right for this job. Because frankly, I'm trying to find the right job now, and I'm failing miserably. So if you're from the Gloucestershire area and you've got a job going, please do comment on this video and I'll get in contact with you, because I need to change job in the next 6 months or so, and at the moment it's just not working. And the final question for this video is, how is married life going? Married life's great. It was a massive push to try and get to the wedding day and have everything planned, lots of organisation to do, and the day came off really well, so I'm very happy about that. And now we can start saving for any more future plans that we've got, things that we want to do in the future with the house, or a house move, or starting a family, that sort of thing. we can now focus on that, and we can start saving money for those things. Before then, it was all about the wedding, saving money for the wedding, paying off stuff for the wedding. It was very stressful, and now we've done that, we can start looking at the better things to come. And yeah, it's going well. Not much has changed. We still sit and watch stuff on Netflix and get Indian takeaways, and that's about as exciting as our life gets. But it's very nice to be in a relationship with someone who gets you, and it's a positive influence on you as a person. It's nice. It's a very nice change from what I've maybe had previously in my YouTube journeys, where you guys have seen me completely break down on FIFA streams. You've seen me make a video saying I was just done and I didn't want to be here anymore. And that was as a result of quite a negative past relationship, along with a lot of other stuff that was happening at the time, admittedly. But it's quite nice to be in a place now where my relationship and my marriage and stuff isn't really something to worry about. The person I'm with isn't a worry of mine. It's just everything else that's going on that's kind of getting to me at the moment. But yeah, it's nice to be in something nice, secure and fun. You know, we get each other. We go to gigs constantly, and that's something that I absolutely love doing. So yeah, married life is going pretty well. So that's it for this week's chair chat. If you guys have enjoyed, please hit a massive thumbs up on this video. We didn't quite get 10 likes on the last video. We got a lot of views, which I absolutely loved. So thank you to everyone that did watch it. We didn't quite get enough likes. I want to get 10. 10 likes would be perfect for this video. Also, hit me in the comments. Let me know what questions you want me to answer in next video. And also let me know some topics you'd like to hear me discuss. And finally, subscribe to the channel. It would be great if by the end of this year we could get to like the 500 subscribers mark on this channel. I don't do as many shorts on this channel like I do the games ones. I do some shorts and they do drive some traffic to the channel, but I do focus solely on chair chat really. So if you want to help support the channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.